Alright, so as we go into the live event here, we're going to look at some of the myth that's kind of been going up. What's the drop rate like for these cards? What's the drop rate like for the tokens, for the elite players, the gold players, the elite tokens and stuff in these live events? So we did 140 times, which took us a very long time to do, but it's going to be worth it to find out the results of this one and see what you can kind of get out of it. Can we finish a reserve player? Can we finish a starter player? These are some questions we're going to bust in this myth busting. Did the live event 140 times. We'll open up this one, get a gold player just to kind of start off. We did 140 times. So the luck, the difference in probability of you getting a gold one, an elite one, the token, the elite token, whatever it is obviously going to be different, for everybody. You maybe get more luck, you may get less luck than I get in this one. But with 140, hopefully you get a bit of an idea of like what the pull rate of these different things are. We might have to kind of extrapolate a little bit to find out like what it might take. I'm hoping we at least get one elite token so that we can like find out something with that. But some facts that we do have and some things, so when you're kind of considering, hey, do I want to play live and try and get myself a starter player, is going to be the following. So the first one is I timed how long it took me to go through an entire stamina set. So we're basing this off 30 stamina. So if you have full stamina, 30 stamina, it took about 3 minutes in order for us to actually go ahead and play the entire live event through on each one of those ones. So as we go through and get our first gold, it takes about 3 minutes in order for you to actually get through all of those ones. It also takes about, so with 140 of these packs, it took us 2,000 FIFA cash to do that. So if you go in the store, you can see that 2,000 FIFA cash, that is equivalent to 2 of the packs. So we'll hopefully get better than buying 2 of the packs, because we did play the live event for 3 minutes each, which goes out to being 1 hour of playing time. So we played for about 1 hour solid of playing the live event in order to do this, but it's only going to be worth it to find out what we got to do. Now, if you're going free to play, and this was the thing, I want something that could be like a myth that we could do free to play, pay to win, whatever you're going to do, it's going to be helpful for you. So if you're free to play, we looked at it, so 10 minutes to get each stamina coming back. So that means basically every 5 hours you're going to be able to redo the event again, which means if you can do it 2-3 times a day, if you're up at 7, whatever it is, for 3 minutes, go through, play it. In a week, if you can do it 2 times a day, that's about 14 times you can go through it. We did it 20 times. So basically this is going to be what it's going to be like doing it like twice a day, maybe 3 times on a couple days for an entire week. So from the start of the team of the season to the next team of the season. So hopefully this will get us some good progress through it if we're going through this. But yeah, so we're going to look through it. I don't really want to necessarily go through and have you like watch every single one. So what I'm doing, as you can see, I'm tallying up what we're getting in these packs. I'll probably fast forward through a lot of them just to see what we get at the end. How many golds do we get? How many elites do we get? How many tokens do we get? How many elite tokens we get? And obviously the first time you play the live event, you do get yourself that bonus token as well. But let's get into it. Let's see how this goes as we start off with 4 golds to begin this myth. Alright, so this is our 20th pack. So far we have every one but one has been a gold. We got 1 token, so in 20 packs we end up with 19 golds and 1 token. So that's 20 times through the live event. Each time you go through a stamina, that's 7. So basically this is 1 day of playing. We got ourselves 20 gold players and 1 token. On to the 21st one, and that's 20 golds and 1 token there. Alright, so we got 1 elite. We are actually on to our, that was our first elite pull that we actually got out of that one. And we are going on to our 20th one, no, our 30th one right now. Our 30th one, and another gold in that one. So after 31 elite and 1 token, the rest have been gold. Go a second elite right there on that one, coming just after we hit 25 or 35, I think. Alright, so we're approaching 40 right now, so 40 in, and right now we have 2 elites, 2 tokens, and the rest have been gold as we get another gold there. So far, only 2 elites and 2 tokens out of 40 packs. Alright, so we're 50 packs in. We've had 4 tokens and 2 elites. The rest have been gold out of these packs. So 50, so just over a third of the way through that. Alright, so we're halfway through now. This is the last pack before we get to the halfway point, and we have another gold player that we got in that one. So 70 packs in, we have 5 tokens, 2 elites, and the rest of them have been gold right now. So if we get 5 more tokens in the rest, we could do like maybe not the starter plan, but the backup plan, the reserve plan out of that one, as we get another gold, because we got tons of gold cards out of these ones, but it's not looking so good on the starter pack front, because we still haven't pulled that elusive elite token with 67 of these packs still to go. There you go, another elite though, a nice addition there. Alright, so there with 1 pack to go to 50 packs to go, so 51 packs left. Got our 6th token right now, so only 6 tokens out of all of these packs so far. So that's what, 90 packs so far, and only 6 tokens, which is, oh man, that's not a good drop rate right now for those ones. So if I can get 10, that would be about the same as opening the packs, but a whole bunch extra golds. But also it includes that hour of time that we had to play in it as well. So you're kind of basically getting yourself a bunch of free golds. It looks like on that, it maybe not even that, because we may not actually be getting the same amount of tokens as we would get if we opened up that pack as well. And then also probably no chance to get a team of the season player, I'm guessing, out of these ones either. Alright, so we're in our final 20 packs. We've had 9 tokens so far in this one that have come up. So not the best drop rate for those, which basically means with 120, that's like less than 1 for every 10 that you can get out of those packs. So the myth was that we were trying to find out is how low this drop rate actually is for these tokens. And with 140, it does seem like it's pretty low. We might not even get back to what it would be if we bought the 2 packs with way less chance of actually getting an elite token, it seems, because I haven't gotten any elite tokens. And only 4 elite players, and the rest of them are gold. So the gold players, obviously, that's a nice base reward. I'm happy about having a base reward of a gold player, because at least, you know, it's maybe like, you know, 1,800 to 2,000 coins or something like that that you can get from it. But for the drop rate of things that are better than a gold player, it does not seem to be very high. And maybe this is just my luck. I'm hoping it's just my luck, but it really doesn't seem like the drop rate on these things is high. It looks like we're going to be busting this myth wide open and saying that the drop rate is pretty low for these tokens right now as we go in and look. It's kind of like, well, we'll have to find out when we finally finish what percentage we actually get of tokens, but with only 10 packs to go, it's looking like we may only get 9 tokens out of these ones. So there you go, and no elites either. So 0 elite tokens, 9 tokens, and 4 elites out of these packs right now, with our final row of packs coming up. So hopefully we can turn it around in this point, but there you go, another elite. So 5 elites out of that, and this is, like I said, so this is about 1 hour of straight playing, 2,000 FIFA cash, which is about the exact same thing as if you were to go in to the store and buy 2 packs. So you get a ton more golds, obviously. There's our 10th one right there. So we get equivalent, it's basically equivalent to buying the pack in terms of tokens, because we would have got that, but you also get a whole bunch more gold. So on that side, it's kind of cool. You do get a lot more gold players than you would for buying 2 packs, but the time commitment you got to put in there, you go 1 more. So we're getting a little bit of good luck in our final pack. We're trying to turn around, get a little bit luckier on that one, but we're not quite at 1 in 10. My thought probably is that it probably is like a 1 in 10, given that how close we are. Maybe it is a 1 in 10 rate, a little bit less than, you know, 10% or something like that in the packs. But as we get our final one, our final count, 0 elite tokens, 11 tokens for the gold ones, 5 elites, and every other single one was a gold player. So different values of the gold players, but still all gold players. 124 gold players out of those. So there you have it. There are the stats for 140 of these ones. 140 times the live event, what you can get out of it. So not quite enough that we needed to do it, but you can obviously do the reserve plan with that. So if we go to our team of the season, you can see for the reserve plan, you need 50 and you need 10. So we basically, by doing the live event 140 times, we did not get enough to do the starter, but we did get enough to do the reserve. So you could pick up a reserve player, and you know what? Let's go into it and let's claim one of these reserve players. We played it that many times before, we might as well claim the reserve player that we get from doing this live event, and an 88 central defensive midfielder is what we get out of that. So 88 central defensive midfielder, let's go look at that in the auction house and see what we can get for it. Alright, so you can see it's 165,000 right there. So basically, out of all these packs that we opened, out of the 140 live events, we were able to do the starter or the reserve plan once. We couldn't quite get the starter plan, but the one thing I can't put into consideration with this is that every day you can redo the event and you can get that bonus, the bonus gold token for playing that. So you do have that chance every day of having it. So if you're doing the free-to-play way, or if you're just doing it, you know, with FIFA Cash, whatever it is, to do it each day, you do get that additional one. So you would would have gotten about 18 of them from there. So you could almost do 2 starter plans. So maybe we could double that up, so, you know, 300,000. You get about 300,000 for the week with that, which isn't bad. Although the problem with that is I don't know how much towards the end of the week the players don't necessarily go for as much. They kind of go down to some of them even like 60,000 I've seen by the end of the week. So, you know, in that case, maybe not quite as much worth it in there. But so the drop rate, though, I would say for the tokens, the elite one, yeah, I get that the elite one is going to be, you know, 140 times. You may not get it because you kind of expect, okay, I'm going to get like 1, you know, starter player. You get that upgrade. You can do one of the upgrades for like 1 token, something like that. You know, get yourself a starter throughout the whole team of the season program or whatever that is, just by playing the live event. So all you do, play live event, you get yourself a starter player. Maybe like by doing the, you know, the live event throughout the whole program, something like that. Never buying any of the 150 coin packs or anything like that. But the drop rate of the gold tokens, I don't know. I kind of feel like the drop rate of the gold tokens is maybe a little bit higher then about what do we get, 7% for there. Maybe a little bit higher if you count in the you know, the actual one that you get for every day, but I'm not really going to count that one because, you know, that's just comes as guaranteed with that. But if you go into it and you look at the drop rate about just under 10%, I feel like if it was somewhere a little bit over 10%, maybe a little bit better every 10, or like even like every time you went through one stamina refill, maybe you got it. So, you know, 1 in every 7 chances instead of 1 in every 10 chances to get the reserve player from there. The other thing, the elite players, I think our luck maybe was a little bit worse on this one than normally, but you know, not so bad, except those ones only go for about 10,000, so maybe even a little bit higher on that one. But obviously very good luck getting the gold one, because that is the base reward, and it's a nice base reward, about 2,000 coins basically every time you play the live event, which, you know, you could go play the live event. If you do it 2,000 times, you get yourself 140 from there. Even if you've got 140 gold players, you get yourself 280,000 coins. You go buy yourself one of the reserve players. So, you know, the other part of it too is by getting all those gold players, we could actually go and sell every single gold player we got now, and we could buy, you know, one of the reserve players, a couple of the reserve players from that, instead of actually going and putting them into the set as well. So, you know, some other options around there. But yeah, I'd say the only thing, the tokens, maybe a higher drop rate out of those ones would be nice. But the yeah, I don't know. There you have it. There's our myth. There's our myth bust. The drop rates of these tokens with 140 different packs. Can we finish ourselves a starter plan player out of all of those? It's not looking like we could do that. We were not able to finish the starter plan, but we did finish a reserve plan with 140. So in a week of playing, a week of grinding out, you can get yourself a reserve plan. Maybe every couple weeks you might be able to get yourself the starter plan there. So maybe thinking like once every 3 programs, something like that, you get yourself a starter if you want to save up for it, or you could get yourself a reserve player if you want to go for that one there. But anyways, thank you for checking this out, and thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde out.